This started as an idea about 6 or 8 weeks ago when we realized after doing about 75 to 80 webinars that after a webinar, people do not engage. Then this young man called Nikki one day sat with me on an evening and said, what happens after a webinar? People say it is nice, it is inspiring, they gain a few ideas, but after that, nothing much happens. And an idea that many of us here, including many of the champions like Vijay and many other experts that I have called over here today, and all of you have made time, thank you once again, have thought about where the challenge is and why we are not able to, engage people and get to action, despite the fact that there are so many solutions. Then we said to ourselves that we need to set a goal. We said it cannot be that we talk about multiple issues every time and do not set for ourselves an objective that we need to achieve collectively together. And that is how the idea.
Wonderful, wonderful. The government talks about TMC, but to us, yeah, fine. Then the next thing we hear from experts is that it is 135 liters per day per person. We hear lots of numbers, but we really don't know where the problem lies. 1 year ago, 1 year and 2 months ago, sometime sitting in one meeting of professionals and liters as an association. In less than a minute, I did some quick math and I realized that Bangalore receives 130 crore liters, as this slide shows. The third liters every day, and Delhi receives 320 crore liters.
Hi, sir. Your voice is still breaking.
What is all this in terms of TMC? For our, I'm speaking slowly. Voice is breaking, says Ravi Kumar also. Okay,
it's getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah, Nikki, doctor's network is
I'll
really
keep this
bad.
brief then.
Yeah, go. Bye.
Okay. Well, I seeing the figures here. The second bunch is on air conditioners. None of us realize what that means. Third one is the leakages that every city suffers. I have taken only 3 cities here, and other cities like Hyderabad have similar. Put the next slide for a minute, for 30 seconds, Bhavya, and I'll close there. Put the next slide, Bhavya. Bhavya.
Yeah, this is a second, doctor, this is
yeah.
a second slide.
Yeah, no, no sound. Yeah, Niranjan says no sound. Well, okay. This one is to basically tell you that India and China receive only 9% rainfall in a year. When North America and Europe receive, you can see that 41 plus 15%, 56% they receive. You can see that Asia Pacific means India, China, and parts like that, they receive as little. I'll stop here. This meeting is about your views, your opinions, ideas on what we should do collectively to reach that goal of 1,000 crore liters in a year. Can I ask Usha Kini to speak for a minute or so? Then I will request Niranjan and others as we go along in a sequence.
Thank you, Hari. Hello, everyone. I know very few people over here, but I think we're going to get to know each other in the course of this 1 year. Yellarigu namaskara. Once again, welcome to this forum. I'll begin by talking about why I'm here. The reason why I decided to become a part of the core team to to take the action-oriented activities of this forum ahead. It's not so much the gravity of the water problem which brings me here, but as much as the multiple solutions that are available. That excites me. In the course of my work with Doordarshan for over 3 decades, I mounted several programs on issues of public interest, including environment and water literacy. But in all these programs, what happened is we used to focus more on awareness. There was not much of a scope to do follow-up action or on the impact of our programs. But even then, I realized one thing, that there are possibilities. And one statement has stayed with me. The problem is not a water scarcity. The problem is lack of efficient management of water. So about a couple of months back when Hari and I spoke and he mentioned about this forum, I thought, well, this is a space where I could do something. This is a space for collective action. And it's in the world of water, a world of water which affects all of us. The little bit of reading that I did from November enhanced my belief in the fact that possibilities are there. I realized that it is possible to reduce our dependency on tankers and bore wells. It is possible, and at the same time, to have running water in our taps 24/7. So it was not for lack of availability of solutions. The implementation or the utilization of these solutions is also happening, and I do see that. But I guess the scene is not as optimistic there. It needs a real push. We all need to push in that direction. The utilization, implementation of these solutions on a large scale by bulk water users. That's where the impact is going to happen. I'm sure there'll be challenges along the way, but together we can surmount these challenges. Amongst these challenges, perhaps the biggest one, as I see it, is mindset. We need to change our mindset if we are going to get anywhere. So I'll just summarize, the points that I think are required for this forum to succeed in 4 points. Number 1 is the change in mindset, and the other 3 will follow. The second one would be the decision that if we are a part of the problem, we can also, and we should also become a part of the solution. The third one is identifying the solution that is best suited on a case-to-case basis. And the last one is implementing or utilizing these solutions with a sense of conviction and commitment. I think if we do this, we can get there. The forum is here to support efforts in this direction, and that should lead us to our goal of saving 1,000 crore liters of water for the city of Bangalore in 1 year. Hari? Hari, are you there?
Very clear. Niranjan Khatri.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear now.
We can hear you, sir.
Hello.
We can hear you, sir.
Hello.
I can hear you now. Can you hear?
Wonderful. Niranjan Khatri, can you take over and speak, please, if you don't mind?
No.
Your set of 4 points.
I missed the first 15 minutes, so I don't know what has
Not an issue. If fair enough. We had Usha Kinney addressing the 2 questions I have sent to all of you. Are there any 3-4 points you have for those 2 questions? If you have, you can share with the entire team now.
Okay. The question that you have sent is very valid. And
Yes.
it's doable.
Yes.
But my only concern is that the simplest things take forever to implement.
Correct.
And therefore, the big things that we are trying to do with the big boys also is a big challenge, because there are so many barriers in large organizations. There are series of levels to be address in order to get things done.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I don't see that happening even
Right.
today, in spite
Sure.
of so much information in the public domain.
Right.
And therefore, I think we need a lot of innovative game playing and messaging to happen at multiple levels of the society.
Okay.
It just cannot be, the big boys. The messaging can be designed for the big boys, for the middle management
Okay.
of the company, and
Sure.
for the colleges and students, etc., etc. I think we need to have a so-called a barrage of information in order to break through the wall that we are dealing with.
Sure. Sure. Is that it?
That's it.
One more person called is in Ahmedabad. I had asked him the same to Vijay Sisodia to speak. I shall tell you of what Saket wrote to the same two questions, Vijay. He says saving 1,000 crore liters, which is the equivalent of 1 week or 2% of the total water of Bangalore, is doable by simply raising awareness. Then he says 2 weeks by solutions that are readily available. The incentive is also by policies that may push towards change in marketplace, etc. He says. Then for the second question, second question was, well, you know what the question was, what the Action Forum can do together, for which he says, as an Action Forum, awareness among citizens must be created by us through business associations, RWAs, Vikram Rai is also here, and then to commit to savings, identify cheerleaders or water mentors and such people, nudge the ULBs to start thinking of codifying this. And then he says, I will share something with you on how to orchestrate a standing ovation performance or mass buy-in. I will talk to you later, he says. Saket will be joining us. Vikram Rai is listening to you also. Sisodia. I'd like you to start with this meeting. Vijay. So there. Yes, Vijay. Vijay, you have to unmute, please.
Hari, your voice is breaking from time to
Well,
time.
I think I really don't know what to do with this. Today it's a multiple factor. Now, Vijay would have heard me, some part of it. Vijay Sisodia, will you please take the mic? Okay, Vijay is not there, or is he there? Can one of you help me?
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Yes,
Over to
very
you,
much so.
Vijay.
Please speak. Please speak, Vijay.
Yes, sir. Sir, on a very optimistic note, this 1,000 crores is an achievable target, sir.
Okay.
So, because we have been working on the projects wherein, each small projects of just 90 acres, we are able to save about 36 crore liters of water, and which is happening. But
Very
what I
nice.
feel is it is not the lack of the awareness or the lack of the technology which is where we are lacking. It is the problem because people are not connecting this with a monetary benefit. Just for example, the project where we are now
Right.
we are saving about 36 crore rupees. When we mentioned them, we should go for rainwater harvesting and recharging and all those things to save the water, they were not ready to do it.
Okay.
But when we calculated and showed their return of investment on what they are doing is hardly 20 months, and for next 40 years they can enjoy the fruits. They were more than happy to take this.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah. Go on. We can hear you. We can hear you. Go on, please. Hello. Hello. Please go on. We can hear you. Nikki, one of you must speak up as hosts.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Vijay, we can hear you very well. Please speak.
Yes, sir. So what I was feeling, we are addressing the issue of creating awareness among the people about the monetary also, along with the other benefit. Then it is for us to come. Crore liter saving is like that is to tap in and at least 30 projects we are reaching.
So I think we got your point. I got that. See, I think you're essentially saying that people must also see the money benefit apart from, I mean,
Yes.
beyond the water saving benefit. Is that right?
Correct.
Yes? Correct. Vijay Nishant, if you have joined us, Vijay Nishant, for the rest of you, is known as the tree doctor in Bangalore. He's been doing some very inspiring work. Nishant, are you there? Yes, please. You are there.
Yes,
Please
yes,
unmute and speak.
yes.
Please,
hello, everyone.
yeah.
Yes. Hello,
Please speak.
everyone.
Please speak. Yeah.
I'm very happy to join you people. Okay. I'm already working as an urban conservation. I'm a tree doctor. I'm also part of presently a biodiversity management committee actually for a Bengaluru. So I have worked for even the Friends of Lake. Already I'm doing a lot of work with the Friends of Lake. So whatever the question is you asked, it is rightly asked. It is quite possible to do this, and it's an achievable thing to target. Now it's very important to understand one example I can give it to you is initially Lalbagh, Kaban Park never used to have their own water. They used to pay the money actually. So they used to pay a lot of money, and there is a water they used to buy and everything. Later on, Friends of Lake went and they rejuvenated all the wells inside the Kaban Park with one of the company funding it and everything, digging all the wells and making it self-sustaining. So it became one of the best examples, not only in the Karnataka, in India, that it saved a lot of water and everything. So my request with all you people is you come with an action plan. You come with a realistic action plan where this forum can be a part of it. So then it is not only you are creating awareness, you are a part of our action. So automatically people will join you. That's very important. And why the Bangalore has to do such kind of activities? It's very important because recently there is a Sharavati. They're supposed to be bring a water from them, from the Sharavati. Sharavati they tried to bring a water. Yeah. I was been a part of that campaign. We opened the petition and we clearly said it. We don't need a water from the Sharavati because it's their water.
We all know that.
Yeah. So it's very important to say such bold steps to say. So if you're not saying the people, what will they wrongly interpret the ideas and everything. And,
got you, Nishant.
So what I was saying is, first thing is we have to be a part of action plan, and it has to be hand and ground in the initial phases only. If you come with a good plans, doing a bit conservation, realistic things with all the Bangaloreans and everything, the people will automatically join. In the movement itself, we will get a lot of ideas with the ground level people where we can connect it, and it is very important and it's very clear because we are telling save each and every drop of water. It might be not a whatever the tagline or whatever you're using 1,000 crore or something, but that is the finishing line. We might come up with a lesser also, but we have to initiate it for this year, and with that one we have to go with a action plan. And if you start doing it, sure, we're going to get there.
Excellent.
And year by we can get through it actually. So it's
excellent.
Quite possible. And my kind request with you all people is start planting saplings in front of your home only, so that automatically start conserving water.
Vijay, this is the first of about 26 meetings we will have this year, right? Every alternate Saturday. There will be opportunity to speak to you. There will be more participants in further future meetings.
Sure,
4 points have come from Vijay Nishant. One is that the target of 1,000 crore is possible. Second, all of us have to be part of such an action plan that we draw up. Third, come up with a good plan, he says. Fourth, he says, ideas will come from ground level people. We will remember this much. Can I now request Vikram Rai of BAF to speak on what he believes is his experience of on the two questions I have raised? Vikram Rai.
Thank you, Hari. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, loud and clear.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think great points which have been shared by speakers before me. So I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to dive into my 4 points. I think the first part is that the fact that the mission actually puts a number makes it measurable, right? I do believe that. I think it's a very important characteristic to a mission to make it measurable. So point number 1, and how do we translate that number into sub numbers, right? And divide it into breaking the mission further down is critical. So I think complement the target set, because it's very important to have that target. Second, I think Usha ma'am spoke about it not being so much about scarcity as much as about efficiency. I do completely concur with that point. I think the narrative has to change towards that because for far too long, I think the conversation has sort of leaned in on looking at resource scarcity, right? But I think if we turn the conversation into efficiency, that's probably a better modern day approach in my mind, right? To be able to be in line with that approach. Point number 3, I think, again, it came up in the previous points of economics. It's very important to integrate the economics into this conversation to make it relevant for the people who are in the last mile. I think, again, as far as economics is concerned, for far too long, there has been activism around pricing, basically, right? Simply because water has been a public supply resource, right? But I think we need to change the resource over there within our own communities. I think I'm seeing more and more traction on people beginning to understand that we just don't have, cannot afford to just fight against price of water, right? It's more about now talking about what are the solutions which will bring in better economic value rather than just looking at the supply side pricing issue, right? Because I think over a period of time, the fight on pricing and public supply of water is likely to be a suboptimal fight. We will not win that battle, right? The only battle that has to be fought in making sure that people consume much more efficiently, and the economic benefits of that efficient consumption then translates to people, and it is well understood, right? That's point number 3. I think economics is very, very important to integrate into this. The 4th point, I think, is about, people spoke about awareness, engagement, content, right? This is a behavioral change battle, right? So let's not underestimate that piece of it. It requires, I think, a significant amount of heavy lifting on rethinking the narrative, especially how do you make it extremely bite-sized, extremely simple, extremely democratized for simple people to be able to understand and move forward to implement, right? It's one of the struggles, and let me accept that on our front as well, right? As a federation of RWAs, right? Usually, how do you translate the thinking and the talk, which is fairly technical, which is fairly intellectual, if I may put it that way, into a very common language, into a common narrative, I think is a challenge, right? We need to put our heads together to say, how do you make it extremely simple and attractive for that average household or the person who's in the committee of an RWA to be able to tell to people, right? That's point number 4. One final point, I think we also have to create a compelling narrative to engage with the authorities, right? At the policy level, government bodies, everybody, BWSSB, people like them, right? Because then water is a public utility, right? It's a public issue as well. So unless we bring them into the picture and get them to also play a compelling role, the Aam Janta is likely to always wait and watch and saying that, you know what, should I follow something like this? Should I do something like this? Or should I just sort of look at what BWSSB will supply and align to that, right? So we need to get the authorities also to collaborate on this mission and bring that message that this is a much more integrated effort, and hence everybody will accept that is a very, very important point. And I do believe that between this forum there are eminent people, right? We can all join forces to put that compelling pressure on the authority side as well. Thank you, Hari.
Thank you so much. Very crisp 5 points. Yes, please. Who is this?
This is Niranjan here. Can I interject?
Yes, Niranjan, please.
I'm happy to see Vikram Rai is here.
Yeah.
I had sent him a note with action points of what can be done. And the whole subject has got a whole host of simple ideas. And it's not so technical the way it is explained. But even simple things, people somehow do not internalize it. That is the challenge.
He will first agree with you on that, because it's a challenge for Vikram also. See, finally, it's not about his own commitment or your own commitment. You know the challenge. That is why this forum, we have to see how some of the other, one half of us are the experts. The other half who are listening today are the people who want to become sustainable, but they don't know how to go about it. Like Vikram said in his, we have to rethink the narrative in some ways, vis-a-vis government, vis-a-vis also consumers, dumb down technology and solutions, etc. I take your point. I know you have met Vikram Rai in JP Nagar, etc. Unless you want to add any other point, Niranjan.
So maybe part of our group, we need some very innovative script writer who will create small sound bites in various languages.
We will do that.
Okay.
Okay, that's one point we will take from you and see how we can create more such sound bites or whatever we call that, in order to see that we entice more people to become engaged with us.
Yeah.
Can I now ask Bhakti Devi to speak on these whatever 3 or 4 points she has got on the same 2 questions I have shared with you also, Bhakti? Can you unmute and speak? If Bhakti is not there, then I'll move. Yeah, Bhakti, you have to unmute.
Thank you.
You're there, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was not able to unmute myself. I just want to, while I'm talking, I just want to share one screen because we are talking about measurement. Yes. And because we are talking about helping common people to understand that. What we have done at Urban Water Doctor is develop a very simple water accounting tool which can be used by individual families, and it allows them to see exactly what percentage of water are their high using areas, and also it gives them a specific clear idea on how much water is currently per person per day, what is the saving that is possible. As you can see for this family, about 15. So what I'm trying to say is that when you have,
just one moment, if you don't mind, I will interrupt. Vikram, if something like this is shared with BAF, will you be able to bring some impact by sharing with your members, Vikram, right? Please share the screen, Bhakti.
Yeah,
please
sure.
Yeah. Vikram, if something like this is shared with them, do you think that BAF members and RWA members will possibly engage on it? Vikram is not there, or?
Okay. That's fine. So maybe we can, I can always share it with the group.
Yeah.
And
okay, we'll take it up as a point to share.
So my main point is it is a combination. This two. Yes.
That's okay. Beyond the measuring, what are your base responses to the 2 questions?
Sure. So my thing is that it's very important that we do put a measuring in place so that we can track. And this tool, any tool like this, can also be utilized by the Bangalore Water Board.
We got it. Let me ask you the question again. Do you believe saving 1,000 crore or 2% of Bangalore's water demand possible?
Very much possible.
What is your response to the second question?
Yeah. So the second question, can you please put it in your words? What is it, so that I can put it in the same?
What is the collective action? What are the collective action measures that we must work on?
Yeah. So the collective actions that I would propose is that one tool used by Water Board as well as the RWAs together, Water Board asking people to participate in the tool so that they can be, they benefit from it. RWAs also engage on the tool so the multiple people benefit on it. Okay. And that collective action can gain a lot of traction as much as bulk water users, because every RWA is a bulk water user. Sure. That's my point.
Sure. Before I turn to Ravi Kumar Gurumurthy, I will first ask Murli Anur to respond to the 2 questions, please. Maybe you can state the question because people are forgetting the question. State the question and respond, please, Murli Anur.
Hello?
Yes, please. We can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Doctor, I'll keep my points very brief. Okay? Yes. As a business professionals, I wouldn't put it at just 1,000 crore liters. I'll add another 2 zeros in front of that because I know that is achievable. and it is very much needed in today's scenario. There are a couple of things which I have come across in last 1.5 to 2 years, I would say. There are certain myths we all have, which we don't realize, it is a myth. One example I'll give you.
Sure.
Most of them think the borewell water is free.
Okay.
Whether it is a residential apartment or a commercial building or establishments.
Sure.
This is education which we have to give them, that water is not free.
Okay.
That is only when the mindset will change. Like Dr. Bhakti said earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We have to educate. Until unless we educate them on water is not something free. Like you pay for electricity, you have to pay for every drop of water.
Sure.
And there are many, many ways in which water can be saved. Many ways.
We know that. We know there are solutions. The question is about engagement with people. And you know the 5 points that Vikram Rai offered us, and the other points that Vijay has also stated, as well as Nishant. I'm saying Vijay, Nishant.
Exactly. And one point I would like to take a thread from what Vikram said is, why is that we are always looking at government to do something?
Got that. Good point.
As individuals, why can't we do that? I'll just take a simple example. There is an apartment somewhere in North Bangalore where they're discharging 2000 KLD of STP treated water into drain. What kind of a nonsense is that?
Well, it's not like that. It's a question of them not having a solution. If you offered them a solution, they'll be able to do it.
No, that's where I'm coming from. The solution was offered where it was not accepted.
Okay, we'll take that point down. This is the beginning of a series of conversations we are having. We will leave that point there for now and not debate on it.
Yeah.
I will now turn to Ravi Kumar Gurumurthy for his response to the two questions. Ravi, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Hariharan, for this opportunity to share my thoughts. Basically, I am not an expert in water, but coming from Chennai, and having gone through the worst period when the city was starved of water, I would like to share some points. And also, only last week I was away in.
We are losing you. Maybe you should.
Hello?
We are losing you. Maybe you should cut down your shut your video.
Okay,
so that
I will
maybe
do that.
Get better.
I will do that.
We are losing you otherwise.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I was telling that I had spent my time when Chennai was perennially undergoing a water shortage. And from that perspective, I have some thoughts to share with you. So I think I look at this problem which can be solved if we address three basic things. One is awareness, about which almost all the previous speakers spoke about, and about pricing also. So this is a very, very important aspect. And management both at the supply end, that is as consumers, and also management at the consumer end and the supply end. Now, recently when I was in Hyderabad, I just saw a news piece which was saying about 140 million gallons of water was getting wasted either through theft or leakage, while 448 billion gallons are actually being supplied. So this is enormous amount of water which is getting wasted. So that is where the management of water comes at the supply end. So which means engagement with authorities, which few speakers.
Okay.
That is one thing which needs to be done. And as far as awareness is concerned, I know all of us know that the recent WhatsApp exchanges about what happened in South Africa. I feel that almost everybody is aware, but then the sensitization at the individual level is lacking very much. The same Hyderabad, where I went, the water is supplied on alternate days. I could see the real tension in collecting, because it comes for 1 or 2 hours. There is so much of tension. So to collect the water. At the same time, I saw in the neighboring flat, water is wasted. The overhead tank has been switched on, and then the water is getting drained like anything.
I got you.
This is something of a dichotomy. I mean, I was really shocked.
Okay. So there are 2 points you made. One is about awareness. The other is about, like Usha Kini said, this is not about water. It is about water management.
Yes.
I think these are the 2 points that are coming.
Now, one more point I would like to add, Dr. Hari, well, that is, everybody knows that we need a certain basic amount of water. So let us say it is 200 liters or 150 liters or whatever it is. We have to definitely disincentivize so that people really become aware of their, I mean, money only talks. So you fix the price, basic water requirement is this much. And anything beyond that, like they do in electricity, I think we should treat water like electricity. So anything beyond that, you have slabs, okay, 200, double that, it is little bit more. And anything beyond that, it should be very high price. So pricing is the only way to disincentivize it. Second is, of course, you have to really see that so much of 1/3 or 30% of water which is getting wasted, that needs to be addressed.
Understood. For those of you who don't know or who are new to Ravi Kumar Gurumurthy, he spent several years in Tata Solar, and he has now been a sort of a professional consultant advisor for a few people on solar rooftops, on solar farms and such things. He's a champion on the green energy front. I will now turn, since you mentioned Hyderabad, I will first turn to Mr. Sitapati Rao, who has been working with communities. After that, I will request Elan to speak. Elan heads, he has been a champion at Whitefield Rising in the east of Bangalore. Both of these champions have been working with large communities. So Sitapati, I'd like you to speak first. Can you unmute, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Thank you.
You're able to hear me, sir?
Yes, very much so.
As Dr. Hariharan told, I'm Sitapati Rao from Hyderabad. So I like to work anything connected with water, and I've been doing it over the past 2 decades. I'm a senior citizen. I'm 77 years old, but water is very close to my heart. I'm a great admirer of Dr. Hariharan. I'm sure I'll be able to learn a lot from this forum as implementable solutions. So being a practical engineer, not just as a consultant, so I believe in translating things into action. I have a few suggestions very quickly. There's one Japanese management technique called 1-point agenda. Right now, as per this, you take a one serious issue at a time, continue to work on it until this agenda point is totally addressed. Now, we used to take up this 1-point agenda when we were doing 5 years. Now, coming to the relevance of this with respect to water, I suggest under this 2 examples. One, take one particular locality. It need not be the entire locality as such, maybe 4 or 5 streets or 10 streets, whatever it is. We should have figures to convince people. Conduct an audit of flat complexes or individual houses where you find rain from water downtake pipes is let the road or connected to the drainage. This is
actually, Sitapati, what I will request you to do is not go into solutions in this first meeting. As I told you, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, we have about 25 such meetings. We will go into solutions later. My question to you is, do you believe, as a water veteran, as a water warrior, that 1,000 crore liters can be saved in either your city of Hyderabad or in a city like Bangalore? Do you believe it is possible?
Yes, sir. Definitely, it's possible.
Okay.
I mean,
second, if that is so,
as long as there's participation from all the concerned people. For
so
instance,
that is the second question. What do you believe? Second question is, what do you think we should do as collective group action, and where can you mentor some of these young people who are now wanting to do but don't know what to do? How can you help them into the future? How can you guide such people? Yes, please.
Guiding the people from the point of view of, if you're talking of students or, youngsters to know what can be done in this arena. So before that, see, even resident welfare associations are not taking up this issue very seriously. So the first point is, I think, through resident welfare associations, a meeting can be conducted so that in all the resident, though not 100%, 25, you start with 25% of the resident welfare association joining a common forum. I think there must be one in Bangalore. So why not a meeting be organized with those people and tell the importance of this water saving? So I think
Okay.
that is one which should be embedded. So a lot of people don't know what to do. A lot of people reluctant to do it. A lot of people don't know what to do. And once you project the figures like this in thousands of crores and all, then only people will be able to understand the seriousness of the matter.
Got it. One last person I shall ask, Mansi Jain. If you are there, Mansi, if you are there and you can speak, I'd request you to answer or respond to those two questions, please. Mansi.
I don't think she's here.
She's not there. Okay. Now I will go to Elan. Elan, thank you so much. I'm grateful to you for having made time for today.
Sure, any
please
pleasure,
talk
sir.
of your experience, please, at Whitefield Rising.
Yeah, so a couple of points, sir. So I think, see, one of the things is, I think a few of you have already mentioned, I think Vikram already mentioned the fact that how do we enable, let's say, these youngsters that you're talking about, right, to be part of the either the RWA management committee or if they are part of an organization, a corporate, right? How can they be part of the sustainability group within that organization? And we enable them with the data, with the know-how, so that they can keep at it, right? See, no RWA, no corporate is going to listen to this and implement it, from day one. Even though they may have their own, even though they may have their own wishes and plans to make it happen, but it's not going to happen on day one because cost is one issue, and because water is priced low, and when there is availability. This issue is not that high priority, right? So when I think one of these last summers when we had a water issue, then everybody woke up, right? So that's one point in terms of how do we do that. And I think if you are going to do this as a group and enable them, one of the things we need to do is see. This is what Vishwanath had said when it took up Vartur, right? You fix one lake first before you go to anything else, right? Before you become an expert at giving advice to others or whatever, right? So I think that's one thing that we need to help them do, right? Now you take up one problem in one community, get it fixed first, then you will understand what the issues are. Right? What does it take? Because my experience with RWAs at least is most of you said, only the cost is the main thing that they look at and the immediate benefits. And the MC, because of the complexity of the execution of what is involved, they tend to postpone it unless it is an urgent issue. Even if you take water meters, many of the apartments don't have individual water meters, right? And there is no because there is no incentive when they save, right? Because they're going to get some total price that is divided by all the units or whatever, right? So there are multiple issues in each of these. So we'll have to attack each one of them separately. I think there are solutions available. I don't want to go into those right now. But my point is, we need to look at residential welfare associations, that is communities separately, the local, volunteer groups separately, look at the corporates separately. Within the corporates, I think they are probably the ones where I'm not sure what is being done. See, many of them are supposed to use reused, recycled water, and I don't think that is happening in many cases. Maybe some of the SEs that are doing it, many of them are not. So I think we need to divide this into these different, focus areas and
segments.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Great, good points. We have taken down your points also, Elan. We will bring this up again after some further discussion.
Absolutely.
This is the second poll that is going up. I noticed that Ravi Kumar says this is interesting as a poll, but then since this is an open forum meeting, you all know the numbers of people who are present today, though it's high qualitative attendance today. I don't know, therefore, if people will want to respond to the poll. I leave them there. We can send the poll, questions back to you and see whether it means anything at all. So I'll stop on that one, and I will invite Radhika Goyal, who is all of 25 years old, who is, a graduate of architecture. Radhika, can you respond to the same two questions? Maybe you can state the question and then respond so that all of us connect or relate to what you're saying. Radhika.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. As you mentioned, I'm very young and I have this opportunity to speak among all of you elite professionals who have done so much in the sector. I am going to share my views. However, lacking, please bear with me. First, I am going to say the questions of course. The first question that Harisa circulated was, do you believe such a mission for saving the city 1,000 crore liters, which is 1 week's demand for Bangalore, is possible with concerted effort from water volunteers, working with bulk consumers of water industry, commercial buildings, and other segments?
Correct.
So I would like to say that I strongly believe that the target that the WOW Action Group has set is achievable. We have had many experiences in the past where committee, when given the direction and opportunity, have reinvented their ways to bring upon the change. In this age of social media, people have some consciousness of the issues. All of us are watching and experiencing firsthand the water shortages. Awareness is there. All we need to do is show the path and pave the road. Time is ripe that the actions, however small, are taken. For example, a great number like 1,000 when multiplied by 0 will become 0. But if we keep on multiplying a small digit like 1.1 with itself, it will open up infinite possibilities. All we need is to do something, take action. Doesn't matter how small, but we need to act now.
Excellent.
The second question that you posed was what the collective action forum can do together, since it's not for want of solution that such savings doesn't happen. I will say, sir, so it's not for want of solutions, of course, but it is want for creative implementation. We need to create examples, realistic and relatable. If people can see the solutions being implemented, consciously or unconsciously, they will start thinking of possibilities of replicating them. So we need to go out there and build something that people can see. Secondly, we require an attitude shift in the general public. We cannot keep on thinking that it is someone else's job, someone else's problem. It is my problem and I need to start dealing it with today. No later than today. It has to start today itself. That
Very
is what
lovely.
I think.
Very lovely. Thank you. You're very clear, Radhika. That was Radhika Goyal. She's just now pretty close to the east of Delhi in Muzaffarnagar. Is that right, Radhika? And she's part of the INHAF NGO. She's an architect, as I said. Vikram Rai, since you also mentioned about, making examples of implementation and such, just as Radhika is saying, do you want to respond to what this young lady has said? Vikram? Vikram, do you want to respond to what Radhika said, or shall I turn to others? Okay. Niranjan, do you have a viewpoint on what Radhika said? I don't know if they're hearing me.
Please unmute me.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yes, very much so. Very much so. Yes, Niranjan.
The architect lady, I think she made a very valid point. Start today, start now, start small.
Right.
Therefore, I'd like to be a parrot. At the risk of being a parrot, I'd like to repeat that can we start offering small peg and large peg of water?
Right.
And if the country follows it, we can save 25 crore liters of water per day without any too much trouble. But even simple ideas don't get implemented. Number two, most homes which are old have 12 to 15 liter cistern tanks. And if they only put a 2 liter bottle inside, you can save 32 liters of water per day. So the figures are possible. It's not being done. These ideas have been there for last 30 years, but doesn't get traction.
Sure. Any of you others, Indira, Karan, Luke, maybe Murthy, Gangappa, Nagaraj Rao, any of you, would you want to speak? Prasad Handigol, Prasanna?
Dr. Hari, I would like to speak. If you,
yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hari, for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Can we save that quantum of water?
Yes.
Definitely, I believe yes. I have not done the math involved in it, but I strongly feel that it's my gut feeling that there's a lot of water to be saved.
Right.
That is point number one. Point number two, I'm a consultant. I consult comprehensive water management consulting for not only residential or commercial. I also consult for factories, large factories.
Very
now,
nice.
What I have found about, I'm right now quoting for residential complexes, apartment or layout complexes.
Right.
What I have found is people tend to consume a lot of water, notwithstanding the cost involved.
Right.
I have come across consumptions as large as 200 liters per person per day.
Sure.
Which is really very large.
Sure.
Now, if one can take a look at the need properly and comprehensively by executing a few projects, I generally come across 4 major projects and a few small projects.
So may I stop you there, Mr. Dhanraj? I'll stop you there and ask you a question.
Yeah.
If we have to achieve that, that is, have each of us become more efficient on water use, what do you think we should do collectively together, and what can this platform do to help that?
Yeah,
what
I'm just coming to that, Doctor.
Okay,
I'm just coming to that. Now, what I have found is by executing these projects, one can reduce the requirement per person to as low as 70 or 60 liters per person per day.
Right.
From 200, it's possible to reduce it to 60, 70, 80 liters per person per day.
Excellent.
Those details we can look into later. Okay.
We can look into it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now, this is a very big advantage. And when I mentioned a few projects need to be executed, these projects have an ROI which are very, very attractive. My general, the general observation I have made by executing these projects, one can get the capital back in less than 2 years.
Right, right. I got your point. We
Most
have
of the
another
time in less than 2 years.
Sure, sure, sure.
Sir, Hari, can I come in?
Sorry, who is this?
Nagaraj Rao.
Mr. Rao, yes, please. Yes, Nagaraj Rao. Please come. Please
just
come.
To,
please
just to add a few points of Vikram and Luke, I'm the president of the Bangalore Apartment Federation. We have about 180,000 households.
My God.
Our aim is on 3 R's. Both the questions put together. One is recharge. Second is reuse or recycle. The third one is reduce. We have been implementing these 3 in our apartments, and we have the awareness is what we have. What's called Bath Ki Baat. Every alternate Sunday we take up an issue, get the experts, and then communicate to all the RWEs. And many have taken it up, keeping the economics, the necessity of saving water, and bringing in, of course, without blaming too much of the government, because we can't control the government, we can control ourselves. So as the president, I joined Vikram, and we have an interesting vice president, Mr. Prasanna also, who is an expert on this. And we have been able to, reduce the consumption by about 30%, at least in about 30-40% of the apartments that we have. It is slowly improving over the years because of the necessity of water. Thank you.
Excellent. Mr. Prasanna, since you are the vice president,
sir, sorry, there's Ilan, if I can just, one point, if I can just make here, if that's okay. If you can look at an award, maybe some 2 or 3 different awards. One is for the best commercial establishment with, water conservation. One could be for the corporates. One could be for the, apartment communities or whatever. And the fourth could be for, an area, right? Award or whatever, right? So I'm just wondering if that will, galvanize action. So anyway, just a thought. Yeah.
Doctor, I just got one point. Hello. Hello.
I think we lost him, I think. Anyway, I think you can continue, I guess.
I have one point, Dr.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
You're able to hear?
Yes, please, go on.
Yeah. So I think, this target which you have fixed, is achievable, if you involve the resident welfare association in a big way. I'll just give one example in the next 30 seconds. So in our complex where we are having 500 flats, it is slightly away from water. We are the India's largest deployment of rooftop solar in residential category. We have set up a 715 kilowatt solar power plant, and the generation is about 10.3 lakhs units every year. We are already getting the benefits. So we're able to spend the savings for other important things, including rainwater harvesting. So I think unless you involve the resident welfare association in a big way, such targets is a bit difficult to, time consuming to achieve. That's what I feel, sir.
Point taken.
We also got an award. We also got an award for this from some big Bangalore agency for the solar power plant.
Got it. Mr. Prasanna, do you want to add anything to what Mr. Nagaraj Rao said?
Sure, sir. He has, Mr. Rao has stated that we have taken several initiatives and we have held several sessions to talk to our RWAs on the important. See, when we are talking about saving water, our approach is also, on saving water, but we have also got these two things going. One is how the dependence on reducing Kaveri water and tank water.
Okay.
So that's one thing we are addressing that. The other one is how to reduce your water. If there are several RWAs, probably they realized that there was a lot more, water being consumed than the 135 liters suggested by WHO or the normal agreed. So what we have done is we have made sure every RWA has aerators installed.
Right.
And we are strongly suggesting and helping people also install water meters.
Got it.
And also we are strongly helping and guiding people to do rainwater harvesting.
Sure.
And this
I
is
will
all.
leave that there. I got your points. We have many more meetings, Mr. Prasanna. We have many more meetings. I'm sure we will bring up. We will have you share your insights. There are two ladies here, Indira and Shirley. Will one of you speak up, please, and share your thoughts, your guidance?
I am Indira. I am Indira here.
Yes, wonderful. Indira, please speak.
I am from Bangalore, Whitefield, Bangalore.
Okay.
And I am part of BAF also. BAF.
Very nice.
We have all the information about the saving of water. I strongly believe that we can save the target of 100 crores liters in Bangalore.
Excellent.
Because RWA concerned, almost all the apartment people are very much aware about the saving of the initiatives taken by the complexes, because they are doing fixing aerators and rainwater harvesting, STP recycling water usage. All these things we are implemented already in our apartments.
Right.
Then,
now,
this,
question to you. Yeah. Go on. Finish, Indra. You have one more point.
And the most uncontrollable thing is this borewell digging in these areas too much. This all the builders, each apartment, each household site layout, each house they are digging borewells. So the water level of our earth is going down. To improve that, and this rainwater harvesting, wherever you cannot store the water, but
you
can put it into the wells.
Yeah, sure.
And
Indira,
this water will recharge the earth water level.
I agree with you, Indira.
Yeah. And another thing is, most information education to be given to the independent houses, where they are not aware about all these things. Apartments,
Good point.
we are
Good point. Indra, I will stop you there. Let us ask, both of us, let us ask Shirley if she has any points to offer. After that, we have already spent 1 hour. It's phenomenal.
Yes,
Shirley, do you have any points? Shirley, can you unmute and speak? Unless they have to, you have to give her speaking rights. Okay, I think she's having a problem on the thing. She must be listening to us. Okay, what I will say is this. It's already 6:08 or 6:10.
Hariharanji, Saket here. Sorry, I was
Yes,
late.
Saket.
Can I just share 2 cents of
Your
my...
2 points I've already shared. Beyond that, if you have anything, please do. Please do. Saket is speaking from Ahmedabad. Go on, Saket.
Okay. So thank you for inviting me, and I'm listening for last couple of minutes. Sorry, I was tied in some other thing. So my sense is, there's no dearth of rational argument. We know we have a great cause, great need. We have technical solutions, we have managerial solutions, we have economic solutions, right? Still, things are not moving, right? So I think we need to move beyond just rational thinking and also say, when we go and look at a performance, not all good performance gets standing ovation, right? So the thing is how, as this group, can orchestrate that standing ovation for the cause that we care about. And we need to think of it more strategically. Think of it like, if I were a company, what would I do to get everybody excited? Think really more strategically. So that is where I would kind of stop.
That is where Elan said we must have awards.
Yes.
Okay, go on, please.
No, that's it. Yeah. So we can, just
good point. Good point. For the rest of you, Saket has been working for at least the last 12, 13 years with the government, sometimes with other companies, just as many of you as professional consultants. I will say this, 1 hour we have spent, and again, like Niranjan keeps saying, and many of you say, we are all the converted who are speaking to each other in this first meeting. Now, the task before us, I suppose, is to see that the people who are non-converts become majority in such a meeting. Can you offer suggestions or ideas on how, for the January 23rd Saturday meeting, we can all get people who are not converted yet into this meeting, with some of you leaders and mentors also being present to guide them in your solutions and suggestions, please. Anyone can speak on this. Subject is how to get people who are outside of the converted group of people. Over to all of you. Anyone can speak.
Hello.
Yes, please. Yes.
I think we have to create the awareness from the children. So when you create awareness from the children for water conservation or electricity, everything in the school from the age of 6 to 8 as a compulsory subject, then automatically it will transfer to all the households, because the students always follow the teachers. So automatically all are controlled. And in this way, we can bring the water and electricity, everything into control.
Mr. Prasad, the question is, see, when we say children and schools, it becomes, will it be outside of our ability to do? That is, it should not become some notification that the government has to do or something like that. It has to be something that we, as members of this action forum, can do. Any suggestions like that, please?
We have to go to the schools. I'm not saying the government. We have to go to the school, and we have to make a program there to teach them, because the children learn very faster than the adults. That is what is my feeling.
Would you have any schools in mind, or have you had the experience of working with some schools so that we can induct you into a smaller group of people to take your guidance?
I think this should be done, because I am not going to school to give the lecture or something. I am just, whenever I see the kids around, that is what is my feeling.
Fair enough. Anybody else who has any points on how we get more non-sustainable people, I may let me call it like that, who can join this group into the future?
I have
Yes.
some suggestion.
Yes, please, Indira.
Now, present day, it is very much better to use the social media.
Okay.
TV or this thing, announce
Sure.
these requirements. We are not going to get the water in few years time. We are losing water. So make the
Got it.
awareness with the people, with the general public.
Understood.
So that will help whole.
Okay. Social media is one. Any other suggestion, please? Yeah. Indira?
Make some campaigns area-wise. As a group, we are now a group. Make some campaigns and make slogans and display some places. Even school children can be used for
Okay.
that.
Okay. It's the same. Communications.
Hello.
Anyone else?
Can
Anyone
I,
else, please?
Can
Anyone
I,
else?
Vijay, can I?
Yes, please. Please do.
Vijay, it's Vijay.
Yes, Vijay.
Sir, now you have seen like the ward level meetings are happening everywhere.
Right.
Why can't we go with our approach and propose that and tell them like, because they are the people where like really they care about their ward level and anybody. So they are a part of action. So why can't we go there, approach and ask them to spread the word and join us actually?
Then can I request you to join one smaller action group, which over the next maybe few days before the next action action forum meeting, we will see how we can discuss a few points. Can I invite you to be part of that smaller action group?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Great. There is another gentleman called Abdul who is also present in this meeting. He has already volunteered to be part of that group. So we will add you to that. Anyone else who wants to join a smaller action group for us to discuss a few matters on the basis of the insights and ideas that all of the leaders have given us today. Anyone else who wants to volunteer to join such a smaller group? Yes,
myself,
please.
Suresh Pai.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Suresh Pai. Good evening to you. You have been silent. Would you want to add any points before?
No. I just want to say whether your question on whether it the 1,000 liters.
Yes,
actually, it is much less. You can save more than 1,000 liters.
God bless you.
1,000 liter crore. And I think the target should be 5,000 crore because the amount of rainfall which you are getting in Bangalore is, I think, anything in the range of 90 to 110 to 130 centimeters because it is above the national average. How much we are conserving? Rainwater harvesting plays a very important role in meeting these targets. And conserving the water and mentoring is another aspect by coordinating with the government agencies. I think it has to be a coordinated effort between the government and the residents.
Absolutely.
I think this will go a long way in ensuring because Bangalore and Surat is considered to be the water-starved cities in the next 10 years. If you really see the water stress index compiled by the UK-based organization, 11 cities out of 20 in India are going to face acute water shortage by 2030, and Bangalore is one of them.
Yes, we know the bad news. Very good points. Thank you, Suresh, for agreeing to be part of the smaller action group. I will ensure that you also join the others now on this, Abdul and the rest of them. Anyone else who wants to be part of the smaller action group, please, who in the next few days, we will discuss a few things and then we will see how we meet the next time. The main agenda for the next meeting on January 23rd, 2 Saturdays from now, is that we get more people who are not converted. We are all converted people. Indira is converted, Shirley is converted, all of us are. That is one of the agenda we will have for the smaller action group. Anyone else who wants to speak on it, please, before we close the meeting today? We have already spent 1 hour, 20 minutes. Anyone else? Any points?
Somebody make a software model of a rainwater harvesting structure where a bore type of rainwater structure is going to pump in a lot of water. Can somebody do that so that in the next forum, even amongst us, so a lot of people may not be knowing it. When you are especially saying that, so people who are not yet involved in this thing to be involved in this, I think seeing is believing. How does it work? How does the rainwater harvesting structure work? Especially with the dummy bore middle. I don't know.
My request is all of you, please go through a book by Indukant Ragade on rainwater harvesting and sustainability in the urban areas. It is very detailed, and he has advised the Tamil Nadu government in reclaiming our rainwater harvesting system, and he has been very successful on this.
Excuse me, who is speaking here? Because your number is, your name is not showing. It simply says.
Suresh Pai. I am Suresh Pai.
Oh, yeah, Suresh Pai. Yes. Okay, sorry. We'll connect with you on that. Yeah, Indukant. Okay.
Dr. Indukant Ragade, and he has advised Tamil Nadu government when the Tamil Nadu was facing Chennai city was facing acute water scarcity.
Very nice.
And it's very well written book. Very well written book and step-by-step approach.
Very nice.
Dr. Hegde, can I talk?
Yes, please.
I know this is not the agenda, but quickly I thought I would put this across. This is a great saving the water here, but in the long run, we also need to look at how the water, the stored water, how it's being utilized, and who is utilizing it the most, and how efficiently they are utilizing the most. So this is something that probably we should think about it. But then, as you all know, agricultural sector is utilizing more than 70% of the stored water.
Very good point.
And the efficiency rate of reservoir water is only 55% in agriculture. Efficiency rate of groundwater is only 35%. So every time we are buying vegetables and we are consuming rice, we know how much of it water has gone waste. So this is another time, but just a point to remember.
Very good point. And there are several themes. Thank you for stating this. There are several themes into the future that we have got in every Saturday. Every alternate Saturday. What we will do is this. That we will take this up at some point of time as we go along in the future. Vikram Rai, once again, back to you because, well, whether you like it or not, you hold a reasonably influential position at BAF. What are your reflections at the end of listening to this many people today, this evening? Then I will ask a couple of others also. Vikram Rai. Vikram? Well, he is muted. Okay, he's not able to hear probably. Vijay, do you have any points to make? Since you've heard so many people, would you want to add anything? Since you've also been a champion of many public causes, trees apart. Vijay Nishant.
Hello, sir. Yeah,
Yes,
hello,
sir.
sir. Can you repeat the thing? What do you?
Is that Vijay who is speaking now, Nishant?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
No, my question is, you heard so many people. Are there any last reflections or thoughts that you have?
It's a kind of good thing. See, even the COVID time, you people all coming in, because the most now the people are washing their hands with the water, and that is much more required in any time now. Okay. So it's a very important now the COVID has shown how the habitat destruction, how the things everything is rolling up, and how we are succumb to the environment thing. It is very important time to continuously keep a tab and move slowly and keep that change and show the importance of the environment and whatever the resources and the environment is providing us. In this kind of a time, we are taking a small step. There is a very, very good thing to do it. I'm so happy to join you all you people.
Wonderful.
Sure. It's a very good thing to.
So what we'll do is, if I have your consent, the four of you, Vijay Nishant, Suresh Pai, Mr. Sitapati, and Abdul. The four of you, is there anyone else who wants to join the smaller action group that we are forming? Anyone else who wants to volunteer? That is between now and the January 23rd, we will see how we can do a few more discussions, I thought. If anyone else wants to volunteer, I will be happy to include their name, and then we will separately call you and tell you about how we will have this smaller group. Anyone else who wants to volunteer for the smaller group?
Yes, sir. I am Murthy Gangappa.
Very nice.
I will be joining.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Gangappa. We will connect with you. It's a very simple system. We will tell you about it later. That is one. Vinay Balaji, you have been a very silent, strong observer so far. Do you want to say a few words before we close today? Vinay Balaji? No? Okay. Ritesh Shetty, do you want to speak? Ram Babu, do you want to speak? You have been a champion of many public causes also. Ram?
Thank you, Dr. And but actually, I made a few things. I put in a chart, so maybe just we'll go over them and then get back. Small and afterthoughts, and a couple of them.
Wonderful. What I'll do is it okay if I were to include you in that smaller action
Oh,
group?
no.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. Anyone else before we close? Can I give the last word to two people? One is to Vijay Sisodia and then to Niranjan. Vijay first. Vijay Sisodia. After you, Niranjan, and we close. Vijay? Okay, Niranjan?
Just want a very small input to all the so-called converts. Please re-audit your own home and see how many ideas you have implemented, and look for gaps in the existing system, and share with others where did you find the gaps and what steps are you taking to further reduce your water consumption. Thank you.
Great. Very short, very nice. Vijay, if you have heard us, that is you have a last opportunity to speak. No. Okay. I would, Nikki is saying that, you can check the chat box for some Discord and something. I will not do that. There are 4 or 5 of you for the small action group. We will reach out to you. Individually, we'll reach out to you on your mail ID or on your WhatsApp, and then see how the small action group can be formed. You have spent so much time. We are all grateful to you. We will see. This is a very, very small step. One step in probably 1,000 crore steps that we will take starting this week. And we will come back to you with more by the next meeting on January 23rd at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Usha Kini, who is leading the mission, she spoke very well in the beginning. Would you want to have maybe some 30, 40 seconds or a minute, Usha, to state any points for all of us as a message? Usha?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
It
Over to
only
you.
reinforced my belief that it is possible. There was 100% unanimous acceptance of our goal.
Very nice.
So I think we are even in a position to enhance that figure from what I can make out. I'm one of the
I know.
by the way. So
yes.
I'm speaking from the other side of the table.
Absolutely. Actually, when Suresh Pai said that we should reach 5,000 crores, I was elated, So clearly, we will be able to do things. That's a very nice note to end this. Hello? Yeah, go on. Somebody want to say something, please? Go on. Okay. So that's it, I think. We should close with this because we already overstepped the 1 hour, 15 minutes that we had set. Thanks once again to all of you. Thanks, Niranjan, Usha Kini, many others who have, joined in today. And thanks especially to the small group of volunteers who have now helped us form the small action group. And we will come back to you before that Saturday meeting. Elan and Vikram Rai, you have been public leaders. We count on your support. We count on the influence you bring. I know, Elan, that it took you some effort to offer time for us today. I appreciate that personally and as a team. And we will come back to you all to see how we can influence people better. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all again.